just adjust this. So welcome back to Street Switch Photography. We are live for the first time in quite some time. I just thought I'd do a quick update on the church fire in Leicester next to, I think it's the Royal Hospital. Now, here's an actual photo of the fire. It's been updated via the firemen, and the fire service have basically said the fire started on the bottom floor. Now, what I'm actually seeing is a lot of speculation as to who actually started this fire, if anybody started it at all. What I would like to say is this could have been an electrical fault. This could have been a candle that had been left lit in there and actually fell over and set fire to something. This could have been a firework that landed somewhere in the building or something along those lines. We simply do not know. But what I'd like to do is go through some of the comments that have actually been being put online. Here we go. Here's some of them. We've got: some cancers must be treated with radiation. Islam is one of them. Now, to me, that is quite a bad comment to be saying. Whilst I do not find it offensive, I don't find it offensive at all. And whether I agree or disagree with it, it still should not be online. This is speculation as to who actually started this fire, if anybody started it at all. Above there, cause Muslims and is not unknown. We don't know whether it was the Islamic community that actually created it, set fire to this church. Just because Iran have turned around and basically said a few weeks before that calling for all churches to be burnt across Europe does not mean it is that. Now, out of respect for the family and everything else that had somebody there at the time, my feelings are with you at the moment, and I do 100% respect what you are saying. But people are going to speculate. That wasn't just their church. It was everybody's church. And there's been some quite, let's just say, silly comments online. Now, I don't believe the police should be doing anything about it. What I think they should be doing is policing the city and actually doing their jobs instead of looking online for people that have put a hurty comment. I don't believe in policing online, and hurty words is the way forward for Great Britain. But I just thought it'd be interesting to actually have a look at some of the comments. Here we go. What Islam offers. And I can click on this and you can see what people are putting about this. It's not right. It simply is not right, I don't think. This is my opinion. Again, people might disagree with me. But on the other hand, I can actually see why people have these opinions. Now, if the fire service haven't done their investigation yet, they're not going to be able to come out and actually say exactly what it was that started this fire or the cause of the fire, are they? So patience is a virtue. Now, I've got ADHD and I'm probably one of the most impatient characters you will ever meet. But with things like this, I'm very patient. I will sit back, I will wait, and I will see what the actual fire service and the police service say. That's if it's investigated. Again, some of these comments you can read through as I go down the screen. Let me just move this across a little bit so I can see exactly what's going on. I've got the chat on if you want to chat on here. And I just think that some of these people are very misinformed. It's crazy how it's always a church and everything else, a mosque. Now, when a mosque was burnt down, I think there was one in Brighton. There's been a few others that have been attacked. Some of these have been proven to be fraudulent for insurance purposes. Some of them have actually been attacks from other communities and things like that. But what the government did was give them £50 million in funding to protect Muslims. Now, when the Jewish synagogues were attacked and when people were being stabbed, shot and everything else and things were being burnt down and there was ambulances being burnt, they got fuck all, more or less. They got absolutely nothing. So what you've got to understand is why are people speculating? This is basically because our government has been complicit in letting uncontrolled immigration into the country. That's what the truth is. Now, not many people want to say it. Not many people will say it. Well, I fucking will. It's as plain and as simple as that. We've got another one here. I can't read this without my glasses on because I'm getting old and I'm going blind. Is it them again? It always is them. No, it isn't. I mean, the comments are just... It isn't helping the situation at all. Now, as much as I don't want uncontrolled immigration, unregistered, unchecked male migrants living in this country because they are dangerous, which they are. We all know they are. It's fact. Simple fact. I wouldn't go putting things like this online because it isn't helping the situation. It seems to me that Britain has lost its sense of community, whilst Muslims have a massive sense of community through their what they call a religion. I call it an ideology. But they've got that community there, and that's what Great Britain needs to get back, because what's being taught in school to our kids is to hate Great Britain. And I'm being 100% truthful on how I feel about this. I won't be anything else. I cannot pretend. I can't pretend. Now, again, some of these comments are just wrong. They're wrong. I wouldn't be upset by them. I would completely ignore them, and I wouldn't give these people the time of day and even comment back on it. I honestly wouldn't. I wouldn't give them the time of day. They're just a waste of time. An absolute, complete and utter waste of time, in my opinion. Now, whether people like that or not is entirely up to them. Not my problem. Not my problem. But again, some of these comments, the cause of this person's got it correct. The cause of the fire is not unknown. What do you mean it's not unknown? So what caused it then? Why don't you write underneath what caused it? Why don't you make a speculation? What you should have wrote is the cause of the fire is still unknown. Was an accelerant used? Was it a candle that fell over? We simply do not know. Now, what I will do is ask for a period of calm, because if anything stupid happens and then it turns out that it was a candle that fell over and set fire to it, it's going to make some people, let's just say, some people look very, very stupid. Very stupid indeed. Some people just haven't got the patience. Some people just haven't got the brains. Christian nationalists. What's this one? This is a GIF that somebody's uploaded. And they've got a picture of Donald Trump. What about the Christian nationalist guys? Oh, this is an idiot. David Shook. Christian nationalists. That comment makes absolutely no fucking sense whatsoever. Again, the weak brainwashed. I can take one guess. We all can. We all can take one guess. It doesn't mean we're going to be correct, does it? They can burn a building down, but they can't kill the Holy Spirit. Who can burn the building down? Again, making assumptions. Doesn't take Sherlock Holmes to know. Pretty sure it begins with an end. Right, okay. Now, what I don't want to see in this country is civil unrest, but it is going to happen. It's going to happen when things like this are happening and people are making these types of comments, and it's going to cause division. What the government do not want is people coming together. What the government do not want is communities coming together, no matter what religion, what sexuality, what colour your skin is. They do not want these people coming together at all and standing up against the government. That's what they do not want. And can you imagine if that actually happened? The government would be more or less, the word fucked springs to mind. I doubt there will be any, but you see again, here, things like this don't help. It makes people like myself, who voted Reform last time round, and who wants closed borders so we've got some control of our immigration. It makes people like me and others look really, really stupid and bad. And somebody can say that's because you are if you want. I don't care, because my skin is thicker than your fucking kids. It's just, you know, the back of my kids' heads aren't flat. It's as plain and as simple as that. I mean, we see these people on the Palestine marches all with the flat heads and the, you know, the inbred look about them, like some out of the hills have got eyes. But anyway, yeah, some of these comments I just do not agree with. Well, I agree with them, but I wouldn't be putting them online. Does that make sense? Now, we've got people like Zach Polanski saying things about Nigel Farage and sharing posts. And then we had Lucy Connolly, who was put in prison for near on 2 years for a simple comment that was put online. And Zach Polanski is still walking the streets because we have a two-tier justice system and a two-tier policing system. We have seen 100% evidence of this in recent videos that have come out this year, and this is this year alone. I bet there are many, many more videos and many, many more posts that could prove this point. But I just thought I'd do an update on this. And again, some of these comments aren't helping one single bit. Let's just scan over and see what other posts have been put. We've got exploring the GP, terrible news, a major fire of a 160-year-old St Andrew's Church in Leicester, built in 1862, has broken out. It has been severely damaged by the fire in case of the fire is not yet known. The cause of the fire is not yet known. You see, now they have made a statement, the police have made a statement, the fire service have made a statement saying it started on the ground floor. But what caused it, they do not know. Now, some of these photos, that photo, whoever took that photo from Leicestershire Live is one hell of a photographer. Now, I'm a photographer myself. I'd have got that in the window there with the fire behind it, because that is a very powerful image. A very powerful image. Fire service deemed historic, Leicestershire. Anyway, if there's any more updates on this, meaning if there is any more updates that I can turn around and say for 100% sure that it was arson, but it wasn't because we simply don't know, I'd like to know who took this image here. 1 second. I'd like to know who took that image just there, the one where it's inside. Who photographed that? Anyway, until we get the updates, I can't really say much more about it, because it will not help the investigation, people speculating and people basically saying, oh, this is what definitely happened here and all the rest of it. It simply won't help. Let's play this. 1 second.
Called here at around 11:15 last night, St Andrew's Church, which was well ablaze at its height. I'm here on Jerram Street in Leicester. Fire crews were called here at around 11:15 last night, St Andrew's Church, which was well ablaze. At its height, 9 fire engines were here. No reports of any injuries, and everybody has been accounted for. Now, a funeral was due to take place.
Now, that's good news in itself, is that everybody's been accounted for and there's been no injuries to anybody. So there is a little good news.
Place this morning for a warden, a member of the church who'd looked after the building for many years. That service was due to take place this morning.
Now, there was a guy that actually helped rescue this gentleman that was at rest inside the church. He's a hero. That guy is a hero. And he shouldn't be labelled anything else. And I'd just like to point out, this is the fucking BBC and I hate them.
Last night, and was lying in the church ahead of today's service. I'm told that members of the fire service wearing breathing apparatus entered the building and retrieved the coffin, while other members tackled the blaze.
Yeah, and another man that wasn't with the fire service did as well, I believe.
Building work had been taking place on the roof of the church, but it's not known what caused the fire. Investigations are continuing here today. I'm here.
Now, as you heard there, investigations are continuing, and until that's actually done, we'll leave it there. So there you go. This has been Street Switch Photography. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Go and hit the notification bell. I hope the camera and the sound quality and everything is a lot better, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Goodbye.